Welcome, everybody. My name is Erron Emerald. We got Black Belt right there. Say what's
What
up.
up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here with a best A to Z wrestler list, I guess. We're going to be trying some new form of long content. You guys seem to like the predictions video that we did for the Royal Rumble. Also, we will be doing that for the upcoming WWE pay-per-views as well. Black
Woo!
Belt, are you excited and are you confident with your list?
Not at all.
All right.
Not in the slightest.
We will be starting it off, of course, with the first letter of the alphabet, E. No, I'm kidding. A. Um, who do you have for your letter A?
I got someone who I think is really not much of a surprise at all. Traveled the world, won multiple championships across the world.
I
I got
think we're
AJ
think yeah,
Styles.
we're thinking of the same person, the phenomenal AJ
Jay
Styles.
Styles.
Friggin' love AJ Styles, man.
He's
Yeah,
my favorite of all time.
of all time. That's really interesting. I also have him as my A. Um,
Okay.
yeah, for the exact same reasons that you list, he's phenomenal. No pun intended. World champion and actually traveled the world and defended those championships all over the world. All right. For B, I have Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Uh,
Um,
Probably the most charismatic wrestler of all time, if you ask me. You know, one of, if not the most charismatic.
okay. I had him on my list. I did. I made a switch though, and I put Becky Lynch on mine because I
Really?
think she is one of the most decorated women's champions of all time.
Okay.
And what I like about her is that she has never changed. You know what I mean? Like she had a few gimmicks here and there, but she's always consistent. She's always been there. She's always been the Irish last kicker. So I have Becky Lynch on my list for B.
That's a solid pick. If you didn't pick Bray, that is a solid pick for Becky Lynch. And
Yeah.
I figured that, after A is when our lists would start diverging from each other. Um,
Yep.
whom do you have for C?
So this is another one where I had a lot of options. Um, but I went with the current undisputed champion. I went Cody Rhodes.
That's a solid pick.
Again,
Solid pick.
again, someone who's traveled the world. He's been on the top of multiple different companies all across the indies. He's champion right now in WWE. And he's amazing in ring. I went with Cody Rhodes.
I I almost thought of Cody Rhodes, and I almost went with Chris Jericho as well. That would have been a really good pick. But I went with Chad Gable.
Ooh,
Pound for
okay.
pound, he
Underrated pick.
yeah,
Underrated pick.
pound for pound, he is one of the most impressive wrestlers out there in the world today, if not all time. He's so damn impressive, and whatever he's given, he can make work. I mean, look at American Alpha, freaking Alpha Academy. He even made it work when he was Shorty G, which should have killed him, which should have killed his career, but it
Yeah.
didn't. He made it work.
He is somebody who has done absolutely fantastic with the little bit that he was given.
I mean, it's surprising that he's only ever been tag team champions. I desperately need this man to win a singles championship.
For real. Absolutely.
All right, for D, we might agree, we might not agree. The best D wrestler in the world, I got Daniel Bryan, the king of the Yes
Okay.
movement. My favorite WrestleMania moment of all time is him winning both of those belts in the main event of WrestleMania 30. That's just peak. Best technical wrestler in
So
the world. Better than Bret Hart, and that's a shoot.
very very good pick. I was thinking Daniel Bryan. I really was. Um, I definitely see where you're going with, but I went with somebody who has also kind of been giving not a lot, but he's also been at the top. I have Dolph Ziggler.
Ooh, Dolph Ziggler. That's really funny you say that. We'll come back to that.
Oh, you know what you mean.
Yeah,
No, but
that's
Dolph
great.
Ziggler, I mean, he's somebody who's done it all, but he's always he's always been there.
Yeah.
But he's fantastic at selling. He's amazing in the ring. He can work with anybody.
Absolutely. He's proved it time and time again. What is your favorite Dolph Ziggler moment? We might agree on this one.
I mean, you have the cash in, which I think is something that a lot of people look at him. But for me personally, I really liked when he won the NXT title.
Really?
A few years ago. Yeah. Because it just proved that he could have went to NXT because they didn't have a spot for him on the main roster. And he said, I'm going to make this work because I'm Dolph Ziggler and I can.
True. My favorite moment for Dolph Ziggler was when he was the sole survivor in 2014, beating Team Authority for Team Cena. That was fucking peak. He eliminated 3 people? Yeah.
3 people.
Yeah, he eliminated Kane, Luke Harper, and Seth Rollins. And we had a Sting return in that match. You know, sorry, that was a Sting debut for WWE. Not a return, a debut. But, yeah, that was probably my all-time favorite Dolph Ziggler moment. Freaking,
yeah,
oh my god, he's so good.
Such a good moment. That shot him straight to the moon.
Like, whenever, like, I feel down and I really need to watch some wrestling to uplift my spirits, I'll turn on that Survivor Series match, because it's just so damn good no matter how many times I watch it. It's, oh my god. All right, who do you have for your letter E for the best wrestler?
So letter E again was one of those where it's like I couldn't really think of anyone, but then this man popped in my head. He's not referred to this anymore, but I got Edge.
Ooh,
rated R superstar, baby.
That's really good. I almost put Cope for C. I almost put Cope for C. Because that's what he's known as in AEW now, Cope. Which is a fucking horrible name.
Wasn't he referred to as Adam Copeland for a long time?
Yeah, for like a year he was known as Adam Copeland, and now he's referred to as Cope, which is really bad. Just awful. For E, I went with Erron Emerald. Me. I'm the greatest E-wrestler in the world. That's right. Eddie Kingston who? Eddie Guerrero who? Edge who? Nah. Erron Emerald. Alright. I'm done putting myself over.
Texas over here, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done putting myself. Actually, I would have to do it like this. There we go. You see Texas. We got the Panhandle. We got El Paso over here. We got the Rio Grande. Right? No, Rio Grande's here. Never mind. I'm tripping. Anyways, who? You know, I will take the lead with F. I have a man that has been screwed time and time again, but god damn it, he deserves the world title. He's had opportunities, but they've never pulled the trigger on this man. He's gone all over the world, made a name for himself, and he's really honed his craft. I've got the Demon King, Finn Balor.
Fuck yeah, dude. Right there with you. 100% agreed. Finn Balor's fantastic.
Don't get me wrong, him getting put into Judgment Day was phenomenal. It was when they had absolutely nothing planned for him. And they finally turned him heel. Like, turned him heel. Like, don't get me wrong, he was doing all right as a heel in NXT, but you know. Then he came up to the main roster again and joined Judgment Day, and it was really, really good for the first, like, year and a half. and it just kind of, it especially tanked when he lost to Edge at WrestleMania 39.
Oh my god.
Just
Terrible fucking decision.
Awful decision. So we both agree on F. That's good. We've agreed on 2.
2.
Who do you have for G? I hope we can agree on this one, but I doubt it.
So, again, this one is... He's one of the best, I can, like, quote-unquote powerhouses in WWE, at least right now. I went with the current World Heavyweight Champion. I went with Gunther.
Gunther, the Ring General. Oh my god, I love Gunther, dude. We both agree for the G. Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, is the best G in the world of all time.
That was my thought process. You know, there's a reason why he held that IC title for so long. He is going to continue to hold that World Heavyweight title, hopefully for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Roman Reigns level day reign.
Right.
Like, just let him hold it for a bit. But start giving him some decent fucking defenses, dude. My God.
You want to hear something crazy about Gunther's time in WWE?
Sure.
Including his time in NXT UK and up until now, he has been champion for like 70 or 80% of his career.
That's insane. I mean, what, he was the longest reigning UK champion, the longest reigning Intercontinental champion. Like, I literally can't think of a time when he didn't hold a belt.
I think the only time he didn't hold a belt was when Vince was like, "You gotta lose weight, brother," and he lost like 100 pounds.
Which is insane, bro. His body transformation, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, like
give me on that Gunther plan, bro.
For real, like I remember, like recently, I looked at an old photo of Gunther. I was like, "Holy shit, dude was fat as fuck." And I remember thinking to myself, whenever he started losing weight, I was like, "Oh my god, he looks unhealthily like so skinny." But now he does genuinely look so much better. And I'm so happy for him that he was able to lose all that weight. All right.
100%.
You're gonna hate my H pick.
Oh God. What is it?
All right, I might have been a little cheeky for this. So for my H pick, the greatest H in the world of all time is Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Time to play the game. Time to play the game. Yes, sir. Hunter Hearst Helmsley in my H. But if I needed to swap it out, because technically he's Triple H, I'll go with Hiroshi Tanahashi, NJPW's ace.
Okay.
He's
to be honest,
Hiromu Tanahashi is basically NJPW's John Cena. So
I will say I also cheated a little bit at first, but I changed my pick.
Who did you cheat with?
I originally had Happy Corbin. Because I was like, hey, I mean, technically.
True.
No, I changed my pick to another amazing talent, an AEW talent, I will say, because he is probably one of the most hardcore guys I've ever seen in matches. I got Hangman Adam Page.
That's a solid pick. Like with Hangman Adam Page, I've seen very, very few instances where he's had a bad match or hasn't been able to make a certain angle work. He's certainly won me over. Like, don't get me wrong, I was a fan of him, from the very first All In, but he's just continued to improve and impress me. and apparently
Yeah,
impress
100%.
the rest of the internet wrestling community, and I think that's just great for him.
Okay.
Your turn.
Um, it's kind of funny. I actually just realized I put these two right next to each other. But I also kind of cheated a little bit with this one. He's not referred to it as it anymore.
Oh my
I
god, I
have
think
Isaiah Swerve
yep.
Scott.
All right, brother. As soon as you said, "Oh," I knew immediately. You know what? That's fine.
Or okay, if I'm not allowed to do that, I had Io Sky.
Yeah, that's totally valid. I also put Io Sky. Fucking Isaiah Swerve
just
Scott
very
referring to him while he was in Hit Row, you bitch.
Hey, he was still good at Hit Row. We don't hate on Hit Row. Hey, he's been good no matter what. Vince just gave him a terrible platform for him to show himself.
This is true. This is true.
That's my take on that. And that's a shoot, brother.
But let's talk about Io Sky. Her work ethic is just fucking amazing. I have never seen a bad Io Sky match. Ever. She's the queen of the War Games. She should be women's champion right now. She should be going on to WrestleMania to fight for the women's championship. But she was screwed out of the Rumble with that shitty elimination, that shitty group elimination. And then she was screwed with shitty storytelling out of the Elimination Chamber qualifier match. She should have been in it, and she should have won the Elimination Chamber, goddammit. But
No,
I digress.
I agree 100%.
But I digress.
100%. You done?
Yes, I apologize. I'm just very passionate about Io Sky.
I agree. No, I mean, Io Sky is someone who, you know, when she's on screen, whether she's in a tag match, multi-man, one-on-one, she can always perform.
Always.
And I mean, there's a reason why you and I both said she was going to be an Iron Woman in the Rumble. Entered at 1 and damn near argued should have won it.
Mm-hmm.
But
God, I remember.
What are you gonna do?
I remember freaking the fuck out because we both said that she was our Iron Woman, and I said she was gonna win it, and then she came out number 1. I was pissed.
Like, God damn it! And then the person who I thought was gonna win it came out at number 2.
Yeah, so it was just hell for both of us. All right, for the J pick, I'm certain this is an easy layup. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah.
Number for J, I've got John Cena, the 16 times, soon to be 17. God damn it! I will say he will win the 17 World Championship until I get dragged into the padded room.
Nope.
John Cena, greatest J in the world.
100%. I couldn't agree more. He's also my J pick.
Phenomenal. Who?
I mean, we all know the greatest J wrestler of all time is Jay Danger, but you know that's beside the point.
All right.
Green Order with flies, right?
All right. Who do you have for K? I would love to hear.
K is, again, someone. It's really hard to narrow it down. It really is. But, you know, there's a lot of legends that I could have went with, but I said, nah. I went with Kevin Owens.
Ooh, solid pick, especially with how well he's been doing fairly recently with all this stuff with Cody, Randy, all that good stuff.
Yeah. The
Solid
thing is with
pick.
Kevin for me is what I like about Kevin is he's not afraid to do the spots. You know what I mean? Like, we have seen some crazy stuff from him in the last few years. I mean, he jumps off shit, he gets thrown off shit, he dives into shit.
Yeah. I mean, look no further than the Royal Rumble whenever he did his, like, spinning suplex thing. I thought bro died because his head hit the ladder.
For real. Look at a Rumble a few years ago. He got smashed into a window. He got run over by a golf cart.
I mean, if you want to,
It's
if you
like,
want to bring up the COVID era, let's talk about him at WrestleMania during the COVID era. He jumped off the WrestleMania sign through the announce tables. Like,
do you remember when the Raw stage was like that half pipe looking thing?
yeah, he fucking
And he
ran up
ran
and
off
did
it
a
and
fucking
jumped.
swanton. Yeah, that was fucking great.
KO is so good, dude. Please give him
Massively
another fucking world
underrated.
title. Please.
That was a phenomenal pick, but unfortunately, I have you beat. My K pick, known as the best bout machine, I have Kenny Omega, the best wrestler in the world, as my K pick. Oh my god. I remember staying up till 3 in the morning to watch him live in Japan to win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship for the first time ever.
Boo.
That's my goat.
Boo.
All right, you fucking WWE Mark. Who do you have for L?
Kenny Omega's mid at best.
Who do you have for... Actually, no, I will take L. Fuck you. My L pick for the best wrestler that begins with L is... So I kind of cheated with this as well. You know how... You know for you did Isaiah Swerve Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went into the bag of TNA alumni,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and I went with the man that held 3 or 4 championships at the same time in TNA. I went with Lashley.
Like Bobby Lashley?
Yeah.
Oh.
Matter of fact, the very first episode of Impact, it was before and after it was called TNA actually. On Impact, the very first episode that I watched is when he won the X Division Championship to start his 3 different championship title reign.
Okay.
He was the GOAT in Impact, I swear.
Okay. So my L, I went with, there were a few options. I was gonna go with Lord and Savior,
Logan Paul. Yeah.
but I decided not to. Instead, I went with another one of my favorites.
Okay.
Someone who I feel like does not really get the credit she deserves. And not that, she's the best wrestler on the planet or anything. I went with Liv Morgan. Because she has time and time again put on amazing matches. She does incredible things in the ring, especially inside Elimination Chamber. And I feel like people don't give her the credit that they should.
Liv Morgan?
Yeah, give you that look all you want. What?
Liv Morgan? That's
Yeah, I said Liv Morgan.
crazy.
I would argue it.
But
I don't feel like she has gotten the respect she deserves.
listen, everybody that's watching this video, you knew this was going to happen. It was either going to be Liv Morgan or Logan Paul. I don't know what else you expected. You could go ahead and delete your hate comments. You knew this was going to happen.
You would have hated me with whoever I picked.
All right, let's see. Who do you have for M?
Well, Aaron, all I'm going to say is my M pick is must-see. I went with The Miz.
Absolutely the most must-see WWE superstar in the world. Severely underrated. I feel like I was only one of like a handful of people that was extremely happy whenever he won the WWE Championship during COVID. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then they just immediately made him lose it.
Yeah. Here's my thing with Miz, right? I feel like people don't remember this because they never mentioned it. He's a 2-time Grand Slam champion, the first 2-time Grand Slam champion. And no one acknowledges it. No one really knows about it.
Chat, he's better than John Cena.
But here's the thing. Miz has always been consistent. The thing is, he's been doing this for, 19 years?
Yeah.
Like, he is just incredible in the ring. He can really run it with anyone. And the thing is that Miz is also that type of guy who, no matter what he does, he's always just happy to be in WWE. Whether he's losing all the time, and I think they kind of mentioned he has the most losses out of everyone in WWE history.
Outside
Like
of Kurt
he
Hawkins, of
really,
course.
yeah. Well, like he just said, I don't care.
Yeah, he's more than happy to be in a place that he's comfortable in, and he's never been injured.
Yeah, that's another thing. He's never been injured. He's been going for 19 years basically consistently.
And what was the turning point for you that made you really go, huh, about The Miz?
So I started watching wrestling relatively late.
Same.
But I'm gonna be honest here. One thing I've always stuck with about The Miz, I have always hated him. But that's the thing. He's so good at making people hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I started watching wrestling in 2017. So when he had that whole run with Ambrose over the IC title, when he proclaimed himself as, well, I guess he didn't really complain, the best in the world tournament in 2018, when he technically won it, but then Shane took over. Again, it's like I've always hated The Miz, but it's because he's so good at making people hate him.
That's totally fair. My moment that made me go, oh, maybe I really should pay attention to you was, by the way, I also got into the wrestling game late. I started watching the night after SummerSlam 2015, and I explicitly remember that because that's when the Dudley Boys returned, and Brock was there because he just beat The Undertaker, but not really, and then he lost to The Undertaker. And then Ric Flair returned to be a manager for his daughter, who is kind of fresh on the main roster, Charlotte Flair, which is insane. The moment that made me go, oh, to The Miz was when he did this like shoot promo against Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack.
I love that.
So
promo.
Fucking phenomenal. Screaming at the.
Why don't you go back to the bingo halls?
Because you can't. Well, if they would let me wrestle, I would. Well, why don't you go back to the bingo hall? Like, that made me go, oh shit.
Damn.
This is fucking heat. Like, I was starstruck. That was such an amazing moment, and that just, whew, that won me over.
Okay.
So you did M first. I'll do N. For my N pick, the greatest N wrestler in the world, I have the most wanted man in wrestling, Nick Nemeth. Oh my God. We already talked about how fucking amazing he is. We already talked about how amazing he is. I don't need to rehash it. But goddamn, he's so phenomenal.
You know, I went with someone who, I mean, again, I feel like we're kind of in the same boat here, where we're referring to people as their different names. But I went with this man, and I referred to him as this because I don't acknowledge him as his other name in the other company. I went with Neville.
Neville? Oh my God, he was so fucking good. He was running shit in 205 Live.
Yeah. That's why I went with him. I'm like, king of the cruiserweights. When he was the cruiserweight champion, he was fantastic. And I mean, it's not that he's not doing anything good in AEW now, but like, god damn, bro, he was fantastic.
He had
WWE.
so much fucking aura as the king of the cruiserweights. Like, do you remember how fucking phenomenal his match was with Austin Aries at WrestleMania 33?
Oh my god, fucking heat!
It was amazing.
Literally, I can't find a time when he didn't have a good match. Even like his one match that he had with Enzo, that match was good.
That's because he knows how to put on a great match regardless of his opponent. I think that's why that Enzo match was really good. Not saying that Enzo is a horrible wrestler, he's just not great like similar to Ryback. Not horrible, but not great.
Another amazing match he had, and he was somebody who I was gonna put as my R, but obviously there's a lot of better options.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Rich Swann
Ooh, yeah, Rich
had
Swann.
a banger.
Oh my
Was
god.
that at the Rumble that year?
Believe so. I'm surprised that I didn't think of Cedric Alexander for C.
Oh my god, fantastic.
Oh my god, I could have done Mustafa Ali for M. Oh, my head and my heart. Damn it.
Oh my god, you're right, dude. You're so right. Mustafa
Oh my
Ali.
god, and Murphy. No.
Oh my god, bro. I could have done Buddy Murphy for B.
See, this is what happens whenever we don't really plan ahead and we get our honest reactions like 1-to-1 immediately. Because, like, we
could have done Cesaro for C.
Yeah, we go into this list, these long form videos without telling each other anything. We'll say like one or two things at most, and then we'll keep the rest a secret.
Chad, it's important to mention he told me about this 6 hours ago.
Maybe 6 hours ago. Hold on, let's see. I brought it up 5 hours ago. Sorry, 4.5 hours ago.
Okay.
All right, so.
All right, I'm excited for what you have to say about this letter because I couldn't think of anyone besides my pick.
Okay.
We actually might think the same because I couldn't think of anyone else. I went with Obafemi for O.
Yes, sir. Obafemi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The current NXT champion. And they're teasing Obafemi versus Moose. Are you kidding me? That's going to feed generations.
Oh my god, that's going to be so good. I wish I watched NXT more.
Like, oh my god. Obafemi versus Moose is going to absolutely cook. Obafemi just
100%.
has so much aura, and he commands respect.
What's so cool about him is that he was only in NXT for a little bit, and then they handed him the North American title. He held that for a while. And then after he had dropped that, he immediately went to the Iron Survivor, won that, and is now the NXT champion. Insane.
Couldn't be more proud of him. He's going through a lot in NXT, and he's doing phenomenal work. I don't watch it every week because I don't have cable or anything, but from everything that I've seen, he's so phenomenal.
Arguably, he could be the next Gunther.
True. If they continue to book him like this or in a similar light, all they would have to do is bring this character to the main roster, and he could main event within 2 or 3 years.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Like, he's massively over, and he does have the ring skill to back up the shit he talks. He's such a phenomenal wrestler. So, for P, so this goes out to my boy Jackson Stone that would help train me at Metroplex Wrestling in Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm going with the greatest wrestler alive, Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee for P.
I have a feeling you're going to kick yourself in the pants when I tell you my pick.
Okay.
I went with Penta.
Penta's really good. But have you seen Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole?
I did.
That shit was peak.
Didn't they do War Games?
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember the one-on-one match that they had, and it was fucking peak.
NXT TakeOver 30. I swore I thought they did War Games.
Like, you think Pat McAfee was in War Games?
No, he might have.
He might have commentated for War Games one year.
No, he was in War Games.
Oh, okay.
NXT Takeover War Games. Yeah, because it was Undisputed Era versus McAfee, Pete Dunne, and I believe that's Oni Lorcan and someone.
Yeah. Yeah, shit's peak.
Bro, I wish you could have done tag teams. I would have put Undisputed Era under you in a heartbeat.
Dude, I have never seen a bad Pat McAfee match. Except when he was in the Rumble. Because he's gotten into the Rumble and then he would immediately eliminate himself.
I mean, I wouldn't really count it, but him in theory wasn't.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't incredible either.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh no, I think I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Who do you have
that stupid...
for Q?
Also kind of cheated a little bit. Only one I could think of. I had Queen Zelina.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Selena Vega, or yeah, Queen Selena Vega, is a very underrated female wrestler. I would love to see her do more. I would love to see her become a women's mid-card champion. I think that's definitely would fit her right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even when she's fought for the world title, like her match in Puerto Rico, fantastic.
Mm-hmm. The pop she got was insane.
Yeah, 100%.
I had a hard time picking someone with Q because there's not a lot of Qs in the wrestling world. Mm-hmm. So the rules for this was any promotion, anytime, all time, yada yada. So I went with someone on the Texas independent wrestling scene. His name is The Mysterious Q. I think that totally counts.
I would argue that's M.
Fuck off. All right, Q. He's so phenomenal. He wears like a you know how Sub-Zero and Scorpion like used to look, where they would only have the eyes showing. He wears a similar luchador mask like that, and it's like black and the subcolor is green. It's so fucking phenomenal, and I highly suggest that anybody at home look up King of Texas Wrestling, I think it's called. Mysterious Q. He's phenomenal. I actually had the pleasure of, whenever I was extremely active in the wrestling community and in the wrestling business, to commentate a couple of his matches. He's so phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
I think I found him.
Oh yeah. Send me a DM on Discord, and I will confirm or deny if that is in fact him. Good Lord, Discord is super slow right now. We love it, chat.
So we can keep going while I send you this.
Absolutely. While that is loading, for R, it's in.
That's one of the first pictures I saw.
All right. For R, it is an extremely easy layup. I've got my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, number 1. Yes, sir. Yes, that is the Mysterious Q. He is phenomenal.
My God, bro, you're such a fucking dick rider.
You put Liv Morgan at L, and if you didn't put Liv Morgan, you would have put Logan Paul. Shut the fuck up.
You took a loophole for L because you couldn't think of anyone better.
No, I went by his Impact name.
Well, you're fucking wrong with R.
All right.
Because how could you not put the fucking Viper, the Legend Killer,
that is a very, very solid pick. I was battling between the
Roman
two.
Because you're a Roman dick rider. That is you.
That's crazy.
for the fucking thing. Randy Orton's greatest of all time to start with. Randy Orton's the best in general.
Randy Orton is a very solid pick. I'm not knocking you on that.
Jesus Christ. It's better than Roman Reigns.
All right, brother. Whatever you say. Who do you have for S?
There are a lot of options for S. There really were.
Yeah. I just went for a simple one.
Well, I went with arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world. I went with Seth Rollins.
Yes, sir. He's so good.
I was either going to go Rollins or Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah. That easily those two, yeah. And it's not even close.
Like I said, there are a lot of options, but nah. Like Seth Rollins, one of the best in-ring currently, and arguably one of the best WWE superstars of all time.
That's totally valid.
Top 10 for sure. Top 10 for sure.
For sure, my guy. I'm kind of upset that I didn't pick Shawn Michaels now. Fuck it. I'm switching my pick. Shawn Michaels. I just didn't think of him. I just didn't think of him last time. All right.
He's cheating.
Totally cheating. Totally cheating. I didn't think of it. All right. For T, I got New Japan Pro Wrestling superstar, member of the Bullet Club, the Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori. He is my current favorite light heavyweight superstar in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I have never seen a bad Taiji Ishimori match. Anytime I see that there's a NJPW pay-per-view and I see Taiji Ishimori's on the match, I'm like, cool, I guess I'm fucking staying up to watch this. Like, he's so damn good. Like, you know that, you know the move in WWE 2K where a superstar is hung up on the ropes and then they slide underneath and do the German suplex?
Yeah.
He originated the move.
Sounds good.
Who do you have for T?
You know, I originally had a pick, but honestly, I got no shame. I'm changing it. My original pick was Triple H because,
Fair.
you know, I don't fucking do Hunter Hearst Helmsley. No.
Well, it was either
pick.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley or the Honky Tonk Man because I'm not doing Hulk Hogan.
Well, honestly, I didn't even think of Honky Tonk Man. But I'm going with this guy. I have no shame. I'm taking Tommaso Ciampa.
Ooh, Tommaso Ciampa. Dude, Tommaso Ciampa in NXT was a different breed. Him and Gargano's fights fed people for generations, man.
Literally, Tommaso Ciampa, in my opinion, is one of the best storytellers in wrestling.
Like, he was so massively over, not saying as a good guy, but he was still so massively over that there was a time in NXT that he had no music. His music was boos from the crowd. Do you understand how much people have to fucking hate you to do that? That's beyond Dominic Mysterio levels of heat.
That's like Dom Mysterio, Logan Paul.
Yeah, fused together and became a whole new person. Fucking 2018 Tommaso Ciampa. Like, that was insane.
The Black Heart. And when he fucking held the title in his arm.
Just,
Goldie.
oh, yes. No, you can't take it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm never letting you go.
It was so freaking good.
Then he got injured. Even when he was the captain of NXT War Games, and he had the face-off between Roman and Roman and Seth. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. I also loved that Survivor Series as well. Like, don't get me wrong, that 2014 Survivor Series is really good, but that Survivor Series was amazing. Like, the final three was Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Keith Lee? Fucking what? And then the final two is Roman and Keith Lee. That fucking spirit bomb to Roman made me shit myself. What do you mean you got a man that's 6'3", like 280, just fucking, all right, you're gone, eat shit. Like, that was so scary. That was so freaking cool. Like, if I wasn't already a Keith Lee fan, that would have made me a Keith Lee fan.
Yeah. That should have skyrocketed him to the moon.
Like, he was in the final 2. Raw was eliminated.
That's insane to think about.
Who do you have? Fuck it. Nah, I'm taking you. I have the dead man. The Undertaker.
Rest
in peace. Yeah.
Yep, I also have Undertaker.
That's an easy layup. It's undisputed, really, that The Undertaker is the best in the business.
Can I be honest with you for a second?
Go for it.
When I first thought of single superstars that started with you, I thought of Umaga at first. I was like, there's got to be someone better.
And then you're like...
Yeah, I was like...
Like, whenever I was telling Miss Emerald about this list, she was like, ooh, what about Uncle Howdy? And I was like, babe, I have The Undertaker on the list. She said, oh, never mind. What about Bo Dallas? I was like, I have Bray Wyatt. Oh, never mind. Like, yeah, it's just so good. Who do you have for V?
Sir, I'm actually going to have you do that one first because I would like to leave mine.
You did not get V, did you?
No, I got V. Don't worry.
Please go. Who did you get for V? I would love to hear it.
I have arguably one of the greatest superstars to ever grace WWE. In fact, wrestling in general. They've have how many fucking championships? They've done everything there is to do. I got Vacant.
I can't believe I didn't think of Vacant.
I can't breathe. I told you I had one joke one in that.
That's so good. That's so good. He's a countless time Grand Slam champion. Any retired championship, he's holding him. He's been injured countless times as well. He's so... Oh my god, that's such a good pick. Bastard. Alright, well for V, I have the big bad Vader. Big man fucking doing moonsaults off the top rope. You kidding me? Way back in the day, bro? That was a death sentence. Vader did do. Yeah, he did do it. Huh.
I just want to fucking... Just WWE alone. Vacant is a 12-time WWE... 6-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Universal Champ, 1-time ECW World Heavyweight Champ, 11-time IC, 4-time US, 9-time World Tag, 1-time SmackDown and Raw Tag, 1-time SmackDown Women's Champion, 2-time women's 2 times Raw Women's Champion, 1-time Diva, 2-time Raw or SmackDown Women's, 2-time Women's Tag, and 4-time Cruiserweight. Just WWE alone.
Oh Christ!
That's not included other
promotions like AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor,
New
Japan, Noah, all that good stuff. Damn, that's unironically such a good pick. Bastard.
Greatest of all time, baby. Only superstar to hold both men and women's championships.
That's so good. That's so good.
But you hate me forever now, don't you?
I do. God damn it. All right. Well, for W, I don't even know how I'm going to continue this. Holy crap. That's so good. That's so good. Well, for W, I have the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, bruv. He's so freaking amazing. That fucking Stormbreaker, I remember whenever he fucking debuted it, I thought he killed somebody. I believe he either debuted it or it was like finally shown on like a grand stage at a Wrestle Kingdom event where he just almost killed somebody for the Never Openweight Championship.
So I went with Will Ospreay is a good pick, by the way.
Thank you.
I really could not think of anyone that started with W because I tried to like keep it to WWE as much as possible.
I have a feeling I know where you're going with this.
Who do you think I'm going with?
Boom.
Nope.
You're not going with Wade Barrett?
Nope.
Really?
Didn't even think of him until you said that.
Really?
No, I'm actually going with Wes Lee.
Okay. Maybe don't throw up West Side Gang signs. All right. You are white and from Wisconsin.
Fine, I'll do MSK.
There we go. That's moderately better.
Well, to be fair, I did that because it's Wes, but anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I went with Wes. I'm going with Wesley.
That's a solid pick. His heel run has been decent.
I tried to keep it to WWE as much as possible. He was fantastic in MSK. His small time he was with the Rascals again was good. Still mad that they turned him heel. He could have had a trio. It would have been great. Why'd you have to strip me of my happiness?
Yeah. Unlucky.
Literally, when MSK broke up, I was devastated. I was so sad. I loved MSK and NXT. I was like, yes, they're going to go to the main roster. They should win titles there. And then they just said, nope.
Just kidding.
Then,
fuck you.
Well, then they did the collaboration with TNA. And then they had the Rascals come out and help Wes. I was like, yes!
Finally!
My prodigal son! Please! And then Wes turns out, I'm like,
you weren't there for me! Oh, no. Yeah.
I was just like, shit.
All right. Who do you have for X?
I could not think of anyone. I went with somebody who is extremely underrated. Hasn't done anything really of note besides tag team stuff. I went with Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods is a phenomenal pick, and I wholeheartedly agree. He's so amazing, and he's the only one in the New Day, by the way, that hasn't won a world championship. He's the only one that hasn't won a singles title. Like, it's ridiculous. This man deserves at least a U.S. title run or an IC title run, if not the World Heavyweight Championship, at least eventually, because he's so damn good. He puts his heart and soul into whatever character he's given, and he always knocks it out of the fucking park. Not to mention his in-ring skill is fucking phenomenal, which is why he was formerly, until the New Day beat their records, he was formerly the longest reigning tag team champion of all time, along with the rest of the New Day. He is phenomenal. I agree. I couldn't think of many superstars with Y, other than like Yokozuna, but I did not pick Yokozuna. I picked Yoshitatsu, baby. Yoshitatsu.
I said screw it. I went with Yokozuna. I couldn't think of anyone else.
Ah, yes, a big-ass Samoan that just kept getting bigger and bigger. And they said, you know what? Let's make you a Japanese sumo wrestler. Thank you, Vince. All right, brother.
All right. Letter Z.
Letter Z. That's all you. Go for it.
I went with someone, again, not referred to this anymore. I went with Woo, Woo, Woo. You know it. Oh, radio, tell me everything you know.
Zack Ryder, that is a phenomenal pick. Phenomenal pick.
Matt Cardona, the indie god, baby.
Funnily enough, I didn't think of Zack Ryder because all I can think of him now is Matt Cardona.
That's fair.
Or else he would have been my Z pick.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think my Z pick is still pretty solid, all things considered. I have one of the best, if not the greatest, technical wrestlers in the world. I have Zack Sabre Jr. taking the Z spot. He's absolutely phenomenal, went all around the world honing his craft, and now he's kicking ass in Europe and in Japan. Like, he's genuinely one of the greatest wrestlers of our time.
So I feel like I'm just going to say this. I don't watch anything other than WWE and a bit of AEW. So these names that he says, I have like no idea who he's talking about.
That's totally fine. I completely understand it. I just...
But I do know who Zack Sabre Jr. is because I watched a match with Slap about him.
That's fair. I haven't spent a lot of time watching, other promotions, but anytime I do, I genuinely do enjoy myself, and I do finding myself falling in love with wrestling over and over again whenever I find more promotions, new superstars, and these new people always continue to surprise me. But with that being said, let us know in the comments what you all think about this video, how many you agreed with, how many you thought we could have chosen differently, etc., etc. Let us know your list in the comments as well, and let us know if you want some more long-form content similar to this one.
Let us know what we should do.
Yeah, give us some suggestions on what kind of content you guys would like to see. So with that being said, my name is Erron Emerald, and that is Black Belt. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful night, and we will catch you guys later. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.